What's up, guys? This is Alex here from 814 EDC, and today I have an unboxing to do for you guys. So this came in actually Friday, I believe, but I had gone home for the weekend, so it had to sit in my school's mailroom all weekend. So it was kind of tough because, as you guys know, when you get new knives in and they have to sit for a little while, it's kind of you're anxious to get it in hand and you're excited for it. So, but I finally have it here. So this is, if you read by the title or seen the thumbnail, obviously, this is a Kershaw Bareknuckle in the 20 CV edition, which is a Smoky Mountain Knives exclusive. Now, I bought this from a guy on Instagram that I followed, or I follow. I was scrolling through one day and he was doing like a big knife sale, and he had like 3 or 4 of the Bareknuckles in the 20 CV, and he had like 3 or 4 of the Kershaw blurs in the M4 and like the gray aluminum handle, which is either, I think it was an exclusive or a sprint run. I don't know what they technically classify those as. I think a sprint run, but they sold directly from Kershaw's website. And I was debating which one to pick up between the two because, a little backstory, I have a SOG Terminus XR, which I've done a review on the channel a couple videos ago, and I've been trying to sell that knife for a little while, and I had one guy, it was probably a week and a half, 2 weeks ago by now, he messaged me and offered to trade. He had a blue Kershaw blur in M4, which they did a gray and a blue edition with the M4, and he wanted to trade that for my SOG Terminus XR. And I know about Kershaw, obviously. I've always kind of thought of them as a more budget-based company, but then they recently, like within the last year, have started coming out with these exclusives and like sprint runs where they take existing models, and they give a really good steel upgrade and a price upgrade, but the pricing has been pretty good for what I've seen of them. But he was gonna trade that straight up for my SOG, and I was like, you know what? I'm getting a better valued knife, I think, because the SOG was like $55 brand new, and the Kershaw is I think it was like around $80 brand new, and I was jumping from D2 steel to M4 steel. So I was gonna do that, but something with the trade fell through. He had some stuff that he had to take care of, so it ultimately fell through. And I was a little upset about it, but I was like, it is what it is. So that led me to finding this guy that I bought it from on Instagram. He, like I said, I came across his page. He had some knives for sale, and I was messaging him back and forth, and I was like, what do you think? What do you prefer, the blur or the Bareknuckle? And he actually preferred the blur over the Bareknuckle. He likes both of them, but he liked the blur more. But ultimately, I went with the Bareknuckle because the blur is assisted, and I have experienced a Kershaw assisted knife before in the Link, which I had for a little bit, and I'm giving my dad, which I need to do a review on that at some point too. But that's at my house at home, so I'll have to do that sometime when I'm home. But I've experienced their assisted knives before, and I kind of wanted to experience something that wasn't assisted, which the Bareknuckle is not an assisted knife. And plus, the blur comes with a standard pocket clip that makes it kind of stick out of the pocket a little far, so I would want to buy a deep carry clip for that, where the Bareknuckle comes standard with a deep carry clip. So due to those two decisions, I ended up picking up the Bareknuckle. And he sold it for a pretty good price to me. Brand new, these came out, I think the DLC blade was like $109, and the satin blade was $99. It's like a $10 difference, but still right in that kind of $100 price range, which for 20 CV is pretty good. And I've seen and heard some good things about these. So without further ado, I'll quit rambling. The unboxing knife today is the Asher Knife Co. Century 2.0. Really been liking this knife. It's been rotated in and out of pocket pretty frequently. Hope I can get into this box. I see sometimes guys struggle with getting in. Just rip her open. So this is used, but I think it's like new in box. What else in there? He boxed it up really, really nicely, so it was nice and protected. Here we go. So this is the Kershaw box. Just basic Kershaw. Made in the USA, which is another cool thing about most of these Kershaw models. And then here it says the Bareknuckle in black, and it gives the 7777. Yeah, so it doesn't say like sprint run or exclusive or anything like that that I can see. So pop the box open. Yeah, you get some paperwork here, but no one really reads the paperwork. So then here's the knife. It's actually, I knew it was like, I think it's like a 3.5 inch blade, but it's actually a little bit bigger than I expected. But right off the bat, the aluminum feels really well done. For being as big as it is, it's not overly heavy. It has like it feels pretty good in the hand. So yeah, so this is a frame lock, which I think this is my first frame lock. I did see some things on other reviews that sometimes it can be a pain in the butt to close or to close or deploy, because your fingers tend to rest on the like the lock bar area down here. So I'll just have to get used to that with holding it and deploying it. But like I said, you do get a deep carry pocket clip, which it's pretty small, which I like when they do like mini deep carry clips. So it's a little dusty, but. So let's do our first flip. Ooh, okay. That actually feels pretty good. Like I said, I knew it wasn't going to be assisted, so I don't know why I was kind of expecting it to feel like that, but yeah, this slips really nicely. And then closing, my finger slips off there. I think it's on bearings. It closes really, really well. Fits really good in the hand. There is some jimping up top here. And then a little bit of jimping on the flipper tab, obviously, but yeah, so it opens pretty, with a good thwack, no blade play. I really like this. It's real long and kind of slender, but has a nice point to it. I tend to like these type of blade designs because I have a few front flippers, and I like how they're kind of narrow and long, and I thought this looked really good. And I think this is going to be my biggest blade. I don't think I have anything that's 3.5. So, but this, it's real thin right off the bat. Just it fits in my hand really, really well. I honestly thought of when I thought I was going to get the trade of the blue M4 blur, my first thought was to I would make that into like a dedicated work knife, because like in the summer I'm doing like landscaping and just like I work as a summer college worker for my old high school, so I'm helping the maintenance guys do stuff. I'm outside doing stuff, and I felt like M4 is like a really good work steel that I personally think. So I thought that'd be a really good work knife. So I don't know if I'm going to dedicate this to a work knife or what I want to do with it, but I really like it. It's like the third or fourth time, I guess. My finger slipped off the lock bar, but yeah. First impressions is this thing's pretty nice. I'm excited to finally try out one of Kershaw's more popular and more, I guess you could say, nicer models. Because like I said, I did have the Link in 20CV, the new one with like the green aluminum, which I really like that knife. I bought it used for a really good price, and I ended up giving it to my dad, like I said, for Father's Day last summer. And he still carries it and uses it a lot, so I think I made a good decision by giving that to him. But I'll have to do a review on that when I'm home sometime, because I really did like that knife. Even though it was assisted, which I'm not a huge fan of, I still liked it a lot. But I'm glad with this I went with the bare knuckle, just to get, you know, a kind of a feel and a taste for a non-assisted Kershaw model, because this thing's pretty smooth. I think it's on bearings. I'm like 95% sure it's on bearings, but yeah, flips really well. I think I'm doing, I mean, the push button, it almost deploys. Gets to about, I don't know, I'd say about 80%. Then I got it to go. Yeah, but my finger, I don't know if it's just because it's smooth. There's not a lot of, like, you gotta kind of shove your finger in there, which I guess I'll get used to. But yeah, guys, so I feel like that's kind of everything with the Kershaw Bareknuckle in 20 CV, which is a Smoky Mountain Eyes exclusive. I'll get this thing tossed in pocket. I usually, like I said, I usually go between 2 or 3 weeks before I try to do my full review, just so it gives me enough time to, you know, carry them and use them a little bit and just kind of get a good feeling for them. So yeah, I guess that'll be everything for today, guys. I really appreciate you stopping in and checking out this video, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.